Hello.
Hello.
Yeah,
Could
hello.
you speak to Pawan?
Yes.
Yeah, hi Pawan. This is Sakshi from Compact Education Systems.
Yeah, hi.
Hi, good time to talk?
Yeah. 1 second. I'll come out.
Sure.
Hello.
Hello?
Yeah. So I'm ready.
Yeah, no problem. Okay. So Pawan, I believe you've had a couple rounds of discussions with Bharat and Jaya, right?
Yes,
About
yes,
the position.
exactly.
Okay. So quickly, Pawan, could you just take me through your profile and about the years of experience that you have?
Yes, definitely. Myself, Pawan. So I do have very good experience, like in SQL and MSBA, that into SSIS, SSRS, and
Okay.
totally years of experience will be 3 points. And out of that, so I worked on 3 years of experience in SQL and 2 years of experience in SSIS, 1.5 years of experience in SSRS. And
Okay.
coming to the roles and responsibilities in the current project is like I do have very good experience in writing the SQL query, and I have
Okay.
used almost all of the SQL objects like temporary tables, table variables, and join subquery and common table expression. And also
Okay.
worked on the existing store procedures, functions, triggers. Also developed the few triggers, cursor, store procedures as well. And coming
Okay.
to the ETL part, so I do have very good experience in creating the packages to load the data from source to destination and
Mm-hmm.
manipulating the data, and all. I have used some ETL transformations like STD, conditional split, lookup transformation, merge, and union all. And also to log the information, I have used like SSIS logins and package configurations, and also worked on SSIS deployment as well. Coming to the reporting part, I have worked on some of the reports like drill round, drill throw, sub reports, cache reports, parameter reports, cascading reports and all. So apart from that, I do have good experience in developing, and also when sometimes comes, so I have given the support as well. So that's all about myself.
So have you ever worked on the Oracle side?
So Oracle, no, actually. Sources almost will be Excel and no, like text file, and the
Mm-hmm.
destination will be SQL Server.
Okay. Okay. All right. So, what's the name of your current company and how big is
So
that
current,
organization? Huh?
yeah, it is Vitis Capital Market Services. So this is
Mm-hmm.
basically belongs to fund capital market services. So
Okay.
currently working for the fund accounting system. So we have almost like 30 to 40 clients.
Okay.
So yeah, and in this current project, like we do have some 8 to 9 people are there. So I'm a SQL and SSRS developer.
So, what would be the strength of your organization?
Sorry.
What would be the strength of the employees in the organization?
So see, the main branch will be in the Mumbai. So now
Okay.
here it will be 150.
Okay. Okay. All right. So, one very basic question, Pawan. Then what made you apply for a startup? Because you come from I would say a mid-sized to a big-sized organization, which would have a certain amount of processes in place and procedures in place. So why do you want to apply for a startup?
Okay. So see, this is basically a not a startup company which I worked on. This is almost 10 years of experience they have. So here
Correct.
I got some good information. I learned so many things as well. Why exactly I'm looking for a startup company means, so I do have only 3.6 years of experience. Okay, this is the learning stage. So if I go for any MNCs, so for a particular team, there will be almost like 30 to 40 people will be there. The scope of learning will be very less. Okay, if I do have more experience, then I would have joined in some MNC company only. But this is the time to learn, and I'll be getting more chance to involve with the clients and also team members, because there will be very less members in the small scale industry. And also we'll be getting so many things like learning wise and also improvisation wise. So we'll be getting so many things. So that is the reason. So I'm looking for small scale industry.
Okay. So, if you're telling me that, all right, so in future, when you learn a lot of things, your ultimate jump would be into an energy, right?
Yes.
So, have you Have you ever worked on a database where you had to work everything from scratch? You had to make the entire DB from scratch with no KT or no documentation involved.
Okay. So the current project, so that is a already developed DB. But the thing is, when I joined, there are multiple clients will be coming. For each client, so we'll be developing a different databases according to their requirement. So I do have experience in developing from the scratch level with the documentation.
Okay, all right. So that would be without the documentation.
Yes.
Okay. And have you ever worked on a DB which is already being done by somebody else? But of course, the way you do a kind of a process mapping, where you do understand the gaps and you understand what are the flaws in the DB, you do your own analysis, and then you start writing the entire DB.
Yes.
Have you ever worked on that kind of an exercise?
Yes. In the current project also I worked on, and the earlier project also I worked on. That is existing database which they have created long back. See, definitely when you work on a particular database, so for each and every organization there will be a flow which they are running from long back. Okay. So even though if we tell some changes, so I don't think so they will agree. But so if you go for a good design or a good implementation, definitely the higher management will agree for those changes. But in my experience, so I have changed the means according to the enhancement. So I have changed the design perspective and some sort of changes, but not the whole DB.
Okay. So how comfortable, say, if I tell you that here you will not have a team, but there might be a thing that you might have to work alone, and you might have to work directly with the CEO and the developers. So how comfortable would you be to take up an assignment or entire DB of a product on your own?
Okay.
How
So
comfortable would you be on that?
yeah, actually I can say that is a good opportunity for a developer to take up the whole thing. But maybe for initial times I would request you people to give some KT and some business things and functional things, because technically I can able to do anything, but functional wise company to company and project to project it will be different. So I'm expecting those things. So if I'll be getting the number of things whatever I want, definitely I'll be in a position to work individually.
Okay. So suppose, say you join this organization or any other organization, and they provide you with the product DB. What is the first thing that you do when you get the entire module from an organization? What is the first thing?
I'll just gone through with whatever the documents they have given. So from end to end, if I'll be getting any doubts or anything, so definitely I'll reach my superiors to understand the functionality. Because without understanding, if I directly go and work with any product, there is no use case actually. So we need to analyze it.
What if there is no documentation? What if there is no documentation?
So the documentation will contain the whole functionality of the product and the project and the technical step, whatever they have done. So we will be able to understand easily. The main business logic will be existing in that.
No, so I'm giving you a situation where there is no documentation.
Okay.
It is something that you'll have to sit either with the CEO or you might have to sit with the developer and understand what the product is all about. And you'll have to go through the entire section on your own. So what would be your first step in this kind of a situation?
Okay. See, that is the stage. See, I can able to understand from the developer perspective, from the other developer. But the thing is, maybe it is a different product which I have worked on earlier. So definitely it will take minimal time to understand. Until unless I worked on that project, I won't understood what exactly happening in that, what and all the issues will come, what enhancements we need to do. So definitely nobody can able to understand initially. So maybe we'll take some time. Okay, maybe I'll take some extra time to understand it and so proceed further.
So how comfortable are you in, I would say, in deciding the deadlines as to when the output can be delivered, when the analysis can be done, or when is it that the documentation or anything can be done? How good are you in time management and doing the self-analysis?
Like when I'll be getting something, okay, so I should not go for anything to superior again and again, because they will be filled up with some of the work. First, I need to do some sort of things. Okay, I'm not in a position to understand. Then only I have to go to them. Okay, so there should be a self understanding and self analysis should be there for each and every developer.
Okay.
So I do have that actually.
So I would say that you're good in time management and in providing the timelines as well.
Yes.
So now I'm asking you this is because ours is a product organization and everything works on time, right?
Mm-hmm.
It is very important for everybody to have a very, very good time management.
Correct.
So
yes.
only because of that, we will be able to deliver everything to the client on time and we'll be able to release the product on time, right? So a lot of essence is given on self-learning, a lot of essence is given on time management, and on your own grooming. So in the organization, the culture that we have is we follow a flat hierarchy, where anybody and everybody can talk to everyone across the system.
Okay.
The first expectation that we usually have from anyone who joins the company is to get a very, very good grip on the product.
Okay.
Because what happens is when somebody comes in, they will only understand a certain module. They'll say that they have understood the product, but ultimately when you start questioning them, what happens is they'll only be able to understand the module.
Correct.
And till the time you do not understand the product end to end, which is of course very, very important in the DD side too, we usually do not recommend anybody to move to the next step.
Correct.
Usually this is a mistake that is done by all the developers. So we always tell people, whoever joins in the organization, is that focus on the product, and till the time you do not understand the product completely and you yourself are not satisfied, don't move to the next step.
Correct. Exactly. Yes.
So that is something that we look at. Yeah. Yes. And right now, since it's a very small team, we are around 25, 26 people. So we are right now in this stage where we are building up a core team. And in DD, we only have one gentleman who's there. But we are planning to expand the DD team as of now.
Okay.
Maybe add another person or add 2 more people in the team, but not more than that.
Okay.
So that would be the core team for the DB, which will basically have a lot of different aspects. You might have to do the analysis of the current existing database that we have and present the gap. There might be chances you might have to present or you might have to make a new DB completely from scratch for a product.
Okay.
And a new DB might be required to be made for a client as well, and a lot of customizations will happen. So that is how the current role would be.
Okay. So the product has been already built and we already the client has purchased the product, right?
No. The product is still getting built. We have almost completed 90% of the product, but we have already signed the client.
Okay.
So the POC of the product has already been done, or that is being approved. So all the paperwork and everything is done.
Okay.
So the moment the product is released, we can have the product deployed at the time. So we have one potential client who's in Sri Lanka that where we will be needing the customization of the DB if there are any changes that are required.
Okay.
So
and
that is the
as a DB developer, so do I need to work for the the product or the transactional data or both? Both. Exactly. Okay.
Yeah.
Fine. So so it is a web application or .NET like a Windows application.
Sorry?
Whether it is a web application or a Windows application?
It's a web application. Right now it's a Windows application come a web application.
Okay.
We also have the product running into Android side. So a lot of demand that I know comes from making queries. A lot of analysis needs to be done on the DB end because the DB that we have right now, it is unfortunately that was created by the initial team. It's not that I would say not that satisfied.
Okay.
So a lot of analysis needs to be done on that. Plus, we are also releasing another version of it. So if there are any new tables that needs to be added or new DB needs to be made, that has to be done.
Okay.
So a lot of work is going to be done. But being very honest, Pawan, when you join a startup, there are multiple activities that needs to be done in parallel.
Okay.
Your own self-learning has to be done and the execution needs to be done.
Okay.
So your learning curve, So your learning curve, your induction or your knowledge transfer, that should not go for months. Or I would say not even for a month. You might be given a KT for 10 days and 15 days and you might be required to give your output.
Okay.
So the time, I think, in a startup, this is what happens. That since a startup and a product company, the amount of pressure would be a little high till the time the product is not released.
Okay. Okay.
And the expectations from anybody who joins the team would be tenfold. Help will definitely be given, guidance will definitely be given, but you will not have the luxury of a defined organization that you can take 2 months or 3 months to get accustomed to the product and then start performing. That is not the luxury in a startup. And so I always tell everybody who wishes to join any startup is to have their expectations very clear. So you will not have a very, very, very smooth feeling. You will not have a very laid-back kind of an environment. That will not be there. Because everybody is running around and everybody is doing multitasking. That is a must. So if you're comfortable with that kind of a thing, if you're okay with it, then I always tell people that then you start looking into this organization.
See, it is a great opportunity for me. So definitely I need to do some more hard work. So as per you said. So what I will do is maybe initial time, so I'll be getting the KT, so I'll do my best and I'll do some R&D so that it will be very easy for me to handle the product and the DB further. So definitely I'll give my best.
Good. I'm happy to hear that.
Yeah.
I'm really happy to hear that. So Pawan, what is the notice period that you have right now?
Sorry?
What is the notice period that you have right now?
See, the notice period here it will be 1 month. But I have some good rapport with the manager and the HR, so I can able to join immediately, 15 to 20 days.
Okay, so I hope you will not have a problem there.
I don't have any problem.
Okay, and what is your current CPC?
Right now I am getting 4.2 lakhs per annum, and my expectation would be on top of it, I'm expecting 30% hike.
Sorry, how much?
30% hike.
Okay, and does this 4.2 also have any kind of a performance bonus?
No, it's a fixed salary.
Okay, all right. Yeah. So who was in touch with you here, Sangeeta or Jaya?
Okay. Jaya.
Okay, Jaya is in touch with you.
Yes.
Okay, so what you can do is, Pawan, you can share your last 3 months salary slip with her.
Okay.
And also the reference details. I'll ask Jaya to connect with you today.
Okay.
She'll drop you an official note and you can share the compensation details with her.
Sure, definitely.
So once we complete with the reference check, then we'll be able to release the offer to you.
Okay.
Right? And then we will take things forward from there.
Sure, definitely.
All right.
Yeah.
Is there any specific question that you would like to know?
I'm expecting some fixed salary, whatever I'm expecting 30% hike. And so, is there any policy if I can join immediately, I'll get some bonus sort of thing?
As of now, it is not there, but if you can manage, then we can always work around on all that.
Sure,
that won't be a problem.
Sure. Definitely, I'll probably have a discussion once I got the offer letter, and I'm maximum trying to join within a few days.
Okay. All right. Done.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you, Baba.
Okay. Thank you so much. Nice talking with you. Bye. Yeah.
Bye.